All right, welcome. We are live. Welcome back to the Build a $1 million Business. We're getting there. We're getting closer, penny by penny. Sorry for being late today. I'm having some issues with this stupid chat thing where I can't get the chats, can't connect to the chat. So I'm going to keep trying here in the background to hopefully get it to work. Still doesn't want to work. Anyways, how are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. And today we are going to jump right back into the work that we are doing, which is, I think, what are we on day 6 now of creating a brand new membership website basically from scratch. I think today is going to be fun because we're going to get to play around with Airtable and we're going to play around with Zapier and Webflow and just making all kinds of pretty sweet connections and interactions. So that's pretty cool. And I am just going to, in the back end here, put it on to just load everything up because I was busy working on a client website. So now I need to switch everything. Bookmarked. That's it. Okay. All right. So I can share that screen. So that's where we are now with the website. I'm going to try this comment thing again to see if it's going to load. It's like every time there's a tool that just doesn't work and does what it's supposed to, I'm like, that's it. I'm going to build my own. But then nothing would get done because I have to rebuild everything because nothing works. Okay. Maybe if I shut it down and give it another try. Maybe I'll close down a few other applications. Not that that should do anything. Okay. Tunes. Gotta have some music. Do I hear anything? Yeah, I think we got some sound. Excellent. Okay. So now to refresh my memory, where were we yesterday? Oh, that's the wrong. Can I make this a little bit bigger? I'll make that a little bit bigger so you guys can see the text and everything. Okay. So we did throw this up in our Word document of kind of what we need to do. Create the blog page, right. The blog page and the about page. That one's boring. Let's get into, well, it's going to have to be done. Let's get into the blog page. Maybe we'll do that first, and then we can get into the fun stuff. Although that's rather boring if you're here to watch the fun stuff. Well, it's all fun. Making websites is always fun, right? Okay, implement a way to get post comments. Yeah, right. Okay, so we'll start with the blog page, and I'm just going to try to get this stupid thing to go again. Nope, it's not going to go. 500 error. Something's timing out. Well, that's not going to fly. Okay, let's forget that. Move on to more important things. So we want to get the blog page, right? So let me just, how are these pages structured again? Let's look here. Pin that. Why is that not pinned? Let's just screenshot this so I could remember exactly what the structure is. And let's go in and go to our blog posts, which is right here. Okay. Oh, I don't want to leave the site. Okay, we want to wrap it in our wrapper. And we want to put that in a container. And then we're going to load up our header. Throw that in there. And then, while we're at it, let's put the footer in. Then we need something in the middle. What did I put in the middle? I put it review container, and I have the hero section. So I think we can copy this hero. In here. Except this will be dynamic, where instead of being text, it's actually going to be the title of the post. And this is the one thing I think we didn't actually design in our, in the, what's the word? Photoshop. We didn't actually lay out what the blog post is going to look like, but we're going to keep this really, really simple. Oh, that's a little loud in my ears. Turn that down a bit. Okay. Right, so if we didn't do it in Photoshop, we're just going to have to think about how we want this to look, and I think it's going to be very similar to what we have here. And we called this, we have book review, and basically had small container. I guess we can do that. So let's go back into our blog post. And we're going to have our small container. And so this is a blog image. So this is going to be different. This is going to be different than our images for the reviews, because we're probably going to use stock photo for this. And if it's stock photo, I think I want them, do I want all the images to be the same height? And then just have the images centered, or do we want them to be whatever the height of the image is? I think we'll be consistent and have the images just be their natural width and length. Well, I mean, it'll be 100% of the whole container of what the small container is, right? And then we'll have it, the height just be automatic. I think that's what we'll do. And these images are just going to be, they're just going to be decorative. So there we go. And this is, we'll just call this the blog image. And we'll worry about all the spacing and everything like later when we clean up the design and get the typography all settled up and organized. So the worst advice, blah, 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 the title. And then what should there be? Should there be the author? Does it matter for something like this? I don't think it matters. I don't think we want an author at all. I just think we want the title, the image, and just get to the post. And what do we have in the blog post? I can't remember what fields we have. Oh, we don't even have the author here. Do we want to have the author here? Okay, there's the author for the review, right? Let me just, hang on a second. So that's the review author. I guess we can have the same thing for the blog post. So each blog post should have an author. So let's link the author. And we want to link the author through a reference, right? So the post author and authors. And we'll save that. Okay, cool. And let's go into, save that first, of course. Thank you. Do we have any authors? Oh, we don't have any authors. Should we make one? Should we make a test author? Mr. Bookmark. There. Profile picture. Hey, let's use this one. Okay, well, you know what? This should be Mrs. Bookmarked. All right. So let's create that author. And then we could just pick the author. And that's 5 principles of effective web design. Let's go, when we go here, let's pick that one. Oh, it's messing up. A quick refresh. 5 principles, there we go. So whenever we display the author, we can get their image as well too, do their avatar if we want to. Do we want to? No, I'm not sure. I think we should. But where's the question? Okay, so let me go back to where my brain was thinking. I was thinking, looking at the blog post to see what we have. We have post summary, the thumbnail. Oh, that's it. Oh, right, because we haven't done the actual blog page itself. Okay, and then featured. That's it. Okay, so we have nothing to show except, well, not nothing to show, but we have very little to show. So we're going to put in a rich text element. And that's going to be pretty simply this rich text from the blog post. There we go. That's rich text. And comments on here. I don't know. Let's see how we do with the comments on the reviews to see if we want to add comments onto the blog post. And do we want author details? Because we don't have the author details here on the review page. So we have comments here. I wonder if we should do something below here where we can lay out like the information of the author, right? So let's see, because we have here short description. So this is bookmarked. Love to sit down and cuddle up by the fireplace. This is totally cheesy. And read a good book while drinking a nice warm glass of hot chocolate. There we go. And Instagram link, sure. Whatever the username is, I don't know, so we'll just save that. Okay. So now we'll go back to the reviews. Oh, we should actually, in each review, come on. We are going to need to put the author in, okay? Just so it actually shows up when we add them. Okay. One thing about this too, if you're ever using Webflow and you're importing from like another site, or if you're putting your data in a spreadsheet, you can upload and import CSV files and it automatically do everything for you, which is really, really nice instead of having to go one by one and making modifications. But of course, I'm just doing this completely from scratch, so I'm just kind of adding as I go. But if you lay out, if you're smart, if you're smarter than me, you can lay out all your tables and your whole structure, and then you could put in the content that you want to in a CSV file, which is much easier to edit, of course, because you can use functions or whatever. And then you can just import, and then away you go. So it's pretty slick. So don't shy away from the import button within Webflow. It's pretty cool. Okay. So let's go back here and no, not there. We'll have to go here. And we're going to throw in here. This is, what should we call it? It's just the author highlight. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Or author section. Yeah. Author highlight. Yeah, that works. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to have this in 2 sections. We'll have the image of the author in a circle, and then we'll have their title and maybe the link and then the description. So very simple, very super simple here, guys. Don't need to complicate things at all. Instead of author highlight, let's just call it just the post author. And we're definitely going to just copy this over into the blog page. So post author, it's going to be divided into 2 sections. Do we want to just call them? Yeah, we'll call them something. So post author. One thing I'm still trying to figure out is, does every div need a class? And I'm thinking that if there are things that if I have classes that aren't functional, or I should say that are functional but more for like layout, that they don't need a class. They could just be just left as a div block. And then if that's the case, then I know that they're not being used like for any kind of stylistic purpose, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm going to put this, am I going to put it in a grid? We'll probably throw it in the grid like this, because on this side we're going to have so here's that's going to be the image, and I'm going to throw the image in there. Before I throw it in, I just kind of want to put in the placeholders here, because then I can copy, cut and paste it into the blog post page as well. So yeah, that's going to be the author, I like their name. So post author name, and then a paragraph for the post author, like as a description. And we'll call it description. Cool. Yeah, that's all we want. So let's copy this and let's post it here. Perfect. And let's go back here and let's make this how we want it. So the image, we want to get this from the reviews. It's actually from the author and their profile picture. Perfect. And again, custom description. I think we can get the alt text from like their author's name. There we go. So for the image container, I want to square this out, right? What size? I don't know, not too big. Something like that. And then the image itself. Ooh, actually, that's not the right way to do this, is it? No, the right way. I need to delete this. Delete. I believe the right way is to get the background image, excuse me, from here, and then go into the backgrounds and add that as a cover and center it as well. Yeah. That's all we need to do. And do we want to give this a crazy radius? So it's circle? So it's circular? I think so. For the authors, we'll do things that are circular, and for the comments here. And then everything else, we'll do it. We'll probably round the corners, actually. Anyways, that's more design stuff. So again, we're not worrying about designing. We're just worrying about like just making putting the infrastructure down, right? Building the bones. Okay. So the author name, yeah, it's weird totally not styling anything, but okay. So I don't like how the grid is going to like have this 50-50. So let's try to flex it instead. And then I think we'll center things still. And we want to give a little bit of a gap in between the two columns. And I feel like the image it's not right. And I think also what we're going to do, and we'll just do this for now so we don't forget. This might be way more than what I want. Actually, can I just... something like that, and then, you know, the super light background. Like whatever color. Actually, this doesn't matter. Don't spend so much time on this. Who cares? Whatever. Something like that. I don't even know if that color makes sense. Anyways, whatever. We'll figure that out. Maybe a nice white border around here. Okay. So again, it looks like crap, but that's okay. Because we're not here to make it look good just quite yet. Now we gotta do the same thing here. Get the thumbnail image and set the background. Ooh, this is set, but how come I'm not seeing the image? Oh, interesting. Did I do something wrong here? Get background image. No, that's right. Ooh. Oh, I know. Oh, I didn't finish. Okay. So I think that blog post there's no author there. Of course. So, and I think here I didn't add in the actual author and their description. And then I think, I actually want to put in, this might be nice. Link text. Yeah, we'll have to get a nice icon for Instagram at some point. Okay. So, get URL. This is the Instagram link. So I'm using a link block here because I'm going to want to throw a nice or an icon for Instagram in this link block. So that'll look nice. And we're just going to call this author social. And then I know that's going to be author social text. I don't think I can paste this. Is it going to paste? I'm going to make those be like little button kind of things. Yeah, it won't let me paste it. Link block. Purchase link. What was that again? It was author social. And then text. It's just gonna stay Instagram. And then there we go. Cool. Right. Oh, I didn't do that here either. Author's name and author's short description. Yeah, good. So, yeah. Okay. And let's go back and look at the blog post. Oh, okay. Well, what happened now? Oh, right. I keep forgetting the history of web design. Let's go here. See, there's no like bulk updating the history of web design like the author. I have to do it each one individually. And then sometimes you have this happen where you gotta wait like an hour and a half before it figures out that it wants to save. Okay. It's taking a long time. Okay. Come on. Okay, let's not do that again. And do we want to have... We're not going to worry about... We might do like a before or next, but for right now, we're just going to leave it as this. A before, yeah, like not before next, like a previous next for the blog post. But we're not going to worry about that right now because I don't even know if they're going to really want to have a blog section. So like having something like this is plenty. You know, this might need a title like about the author or something somewhere here. Okay, so we got that done, but now we do need like just your generic blog page. So let's go. What can I copy? Should I copy the home page? Oh. It's almost the same. Okay, let's copy this page. Copy. And whoop. And this is the blog. Okay. Create. The value already exists. Oh, did I press it twice? I must have pressed it twice. Okay. Well, that's okay. Okay. Welcome to the bookmarked blog. These are blog posts for you to read and enjoy. Yes. Horrible content. I know. Okay, we don't need these. Do we want this call to action? Let's keep it because why not? And featured blog. We don't want featured, but okay. So this is called latest. Interesting. We can keep it. So, except this doesn't need a heading because the heading is like the blog, and then it's just going to be like all blogs. Okay, so let's just throw in a collection. Source. Blog posts. Pretty simple. All right. So this is the blog collection. And let's see. I'm going to put this, I think in like a 4-column layout will be nice. Do I have 4 or do I have 5 now? This is 5. No, that's 3, 4. Some of the grid rows are too small for on-canvas control. That's weird. What do you mean too small? What are you talking about? Yeah, you could do 5. I don't want 5. I want 4. What the hell is this talking about? That's weird. Okay, let's try. Oh, that's just being weird. If I give this a title, so now we're gonna want. Okay. It's being really slow. Let's give this a refresh. Maybe that's what's going on. Where did this button come from? See more. What the hell is, what is going on here? This is 4. This is 5. It's just being... It just wants to annoy me just because. I don't know why. Okay, well, let's just go with it. This one, we are for sure going to want to have all the images being the same height and width. So we need to put that in a container. Okay, so blog collection image. Let us get the image. That's the thumbnail image. Okay. Stuff should be second nature by now. Choose the image. No, not choose the image. Make it cover. Go in the middle. No tile. Okay, and we're going to want the width is 100. Should automatically be set to 100, but let's put it at 100. And let's put our height. Oh, let's try 250. In fact, that's not what I want to do at all. I want to use EMs. This is annoying because it's displaying in 5. Oh, this is so messed up. Just reload, please. Oh, so weird. What if I just reset it? Not reset it? Let's see if anything changes. Okay, so we have, do we want to have, what else do we want to have? Do we want to have the date? The dates don't care. Or the dates, I don't care about the dates. I think just the image and the title is good. And let's make the whole thing clickable by putting it in a link block. And then we could probably have some kind of funky animations going on. Oh, interesting. This is now the size of this is dependent on the width of the heading. Interesting. Okay. We'll be okay. Like, I mean, if this just goes to 100%, That should just go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now let's try this again. Oh, no. That's putting a link block or a grid on the link block. We don't want that. We want it on the block collection. So what are we going to do here? Grid. It's doing it again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, but then it just skips. And then but if I go like another one, then it goes to 5, no problem. Wow. Huh. Well, whatever. We'll just keep that. Hey Jay, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. How's it going? Mm-hmm. Oh, glad to hear you're doing well. What do you want into your website? Oh, there we go. Now my comment thing is working. I should be able to bring this up. Let's see. Is that coming up on screen? Comment, comment, comment. Oh, that button's not working. That's annoying. So anyway, so I'll see if I get this working on the side. The blog layout. Very, very simple. All I'm looking for is to just have a grid of all the blog posts. So just an image and then the name, and then that's it. And then it'll probably have like a pagination at some point, or maybe I'll throw an infinite scroll. I'm not too sure, but that's going to be very simple. Like that's it. So it's going to have this, and then it's going to have the call to action. And that's it for that's like the landing page for the blog, right? Not the individual blog page. So that's all I'm looking for. And I think that's it. Again, barring the actual design, because it's not designed at all. I think we have the bones for what we need. So we have the blog, and then we have the blog post. But how come? What happened to the data? Oh, there it goes. Looks like Webflow is just being a pain today. It's just taking a real long time to load things. Okay, there's no author on that one, so that looks good. Okay, the last thing I think that I know that we need to do is the about page, but that is really boring. Let's get into some more fun stuff. Right, in the blog collection, right? That should be another way of going about that. Let's see. Right, so I think what you mean is if you go in here, you can go into this collection and then you can hit like a 3-column or a 4-column. Yeah. Actually, for whatever reason, I don't know why I don't do it that way. But what I need to do to... Oh, that's not it. Because I know I have the grids here. So... Oh, that makes it a little bit weird. It's not clearing. Go to the blog collection and set up into grid and auto to 3. Oh, okay. So let's put this back to how this was. And then we go in here into the grid. So like here it's set to 4, right? But for whatever reason, I'm just saying the issue that this is, it's displaying 5. I don't know why, but that's just what it's doing. Because if I remove one, then it's 3, then it's displaying properly. But then I add in another one, and then it's try to have the link to 100%. The link is at 100%. It should be. The link block, yeah, the link block's at 100%. It's just weird because if I go and actually preview it, it's displaying fine. It's just in whatever this view, whatever this is called when you're viewing, it's just really strange. A 3x3, yeah. The thing is too, my problem is I'm working on this big 4K screen, and it makes everything look really wide. So most people don't. So I like that suggestion. Let's throw it into 3 column. And this will look much nicer once we actually start styling things here. Okay, so let's go back to, is this thing working now? Can I actually display this stuff? Still not working. But this is working. Oh, actually, did I delete something? Oh my goodness, I deleted something in my OBS. That's probably why. Because this... Oh, that's being a pain. That's being a pain as well. I got... yeah, there's too much stuff going on here. 3-2 tab. Ah, right. Yeah. Too much going on here. Okay. That's not going to work. We're going to leave that. Okay. So now we need to figure out how we're going to make this work with the comments and the users. So I think, oh my goodness. Okay. First, we need to go into Airtable, and then let's get into our Zapier as well. What do you mean that's why you build membership? Let's log in here. Let's create, can we create like, where's our, I guess it's in Zaps? Oh, okay, right. So let's create a new folder, and this is going to be for bookmarked. So Jay, I'm curious, do you work a lot with Webflow? Maybe we can... Nice. Nice, right on. Do you do stuff kind of just for yourself, or do you freelance, or do you have your own company? What are you using Webflow for? Ah, Figma to Webflow. Cool, right on. So you're more of a designer then, you would say? Oh, okay, right on, right on. Then you could smack me whenever you see me doing something wrong within Webflow. Let's create another. I think we should we do this? Yeah, we can just, I'm trying to think now. Now we'll keep it in this workspace, and we'll just add a base to it. Okay. So Yeah, this is going to be my first, like, I mean, I've used Airtable before, but not in conjunction with like a membership. And the Webflow membership right now, it's just not powerful enough to really give you too much flexibility. And especially since you can't, like from what I've seen, you can't link in your users to any other parts of the table. So it's really annoying. So you can't pair a user with any other type of data. So that's really frustrating. So I think Airtable is going to be the way to go for it. At least I hope so anyways. Okay, so what are we going to call this one? This is, let's see. I guess we can just call this, I'll just call it bookmarked. Don't need to get too complicated. New learnings today, always learning. If you don't learn something in a day, then I don't know. You didn't have a good day? I don't know. I always try to learn something new. Okay, let's clear this. This is really green. How do I change this color? Okay. Oh, okay. I need to upgrade to get more colors. Are you serious? Okay, well, I actually don't know what the color is going to be. Maybe blue. Okay. So what do we want to do? Let's try. I think the comments is going to be, I hope it's going to be the easiest. So let's try working with the comments first. But also, hang on a second. So what do we need to know with comments? So when someone is making a comment, how are we going to capture the information to know whether that person is making a second comment? So the process. So you mean the process of comments? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think about right now. So maybe let's see if I can write this out. And again, this is me being more of a designer than a developer, so take everything with a grain of salt. Okay, so comments. So user just submits a comment, you know, on Webflow. It's going to be in a form, right? So now the thing, because this is what I'm thinking. I guess I'm thinking in my head a little bit ahead, but let me just go on to and the individual review. So in order to be able to capture someone's comment or someone's avatar, they either need to have, right. I think I know why. Only the people, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Only the people that are an actual user are going to be able to leave a comment, right? So we'll have their email address and then we'll have their avatar because they'll be able to load it up into, yes, exactly. They'll be able to load that up into their account. And then within here, each user should have a unique ID, right? Which is, oh, they don't? Oh yeah, they do, right here. Okay, perfect. So we need to be able to send that over into Airtable. Okay, let's see. Okay, user submits a comment on Webflow. So what do we need to send? We need to send the user ID and then their comment. Really, that's pretty much all we need, right? I think so. Okay, so let's see. But then the question is, how are we going to, we need to be able to send in the user ID when they leave a comment. And does Webflow send that automatically when someone's filling out a form? How do we capture that user ID? And how are we going to send that? That's the question. That's the question that I'm thinking. And I don't know what we can do. Okay, so we want to insert basically the ID, right? Is there any ID here? not auto number. Well, we could do auto number and we could just have that as just the comment number. I don't know if we need that or not, but so actually let's just add in user. Oh, that's weird. What is this? Let's just do this for now. User ID. And then we need the actual comment, which say it's a long text. So we don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. Webflow to Airtable connection first. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do next. And I just want to create this table here so that it's ready to do some testing. User ID and comment. So I think what we should do, this will probably help, is if we take these review pages and we make them only accessible to members. So we have specific members only, and we give it to subscribers. So only subscribers should be able to go onto this page. Oh no, we don't want that at all. We want everyone to be able to view the page, right? Yeah, that's wrong. So remove this, put that back, just close that. But right. This form here should only be viewable to subscribers or to members. And I think we can do that in here. This is visible only to user state if they're logged in. All right, so let's just see what gets submitted on this form. Text field. Yeah, this is what I was thinking, if I can add in some data on here. I don't know if you can put in some attributes. I don't know. Okay, let's remove that. Okay, so what else do I need to do? So let's just give this a better name. Is that the name? Oh no, that's the ID. That wasn't, I didn't need to do that. Oh, well, that's okay. So it's the name of the form right here. Okay. All right, let's just publish this. And I think actually, you know what? Let's remove that for now. Actually, do I want to remove it? I don't know. Okay, let's see what kind of connection we can make here and see what we get. All right, so let's get into Webflow. Form submission. Yep. And we want this to be, yeah, new account. And we want to do this for bookmarked. Where is it? There it is. And it's called Webflow 2? What the hell? Can I refresh this? Oh, that's weird. Why is it saying Webflow 2? Can I refresh? Oh my goodness, that is just weird. Could have sworn it said bookmarked. Okay, can I reset this? Well, let's just see what happens. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's weird. Huh. That's weird. I'm not sure why there's different Webflows there. Okay. Form name is going to be nothing's available. Why is nothing available? It should be available. It should be the comment form. Actually, it doesn't even need to be published. No options are available. I feel like I messed up this app. Okay. Let's delete this. Let's try this again. Form submission, right? I feel like maybe this account, like these are, it should just be the same account. Because then it asks you for the site. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Maybe it's just called Webflow 2 because it hasn't been published. Maybe that's why. And it's not giving me any options. Is it not giving me any options because it's not actually a published site? I wonder if that's a thing. Okay, well, I've never had this problem with Zapier before. I mean, I wonder what, okay, let's go back here. What's this account 1 here? Just so I can see what this one is. This is Pixel, so this is published. You wouldn't think that would have to be published. Okay. I'll submit an entry. Oh, maybe because it's blank? Okay, well, let's give it a try, I guess. But this isn't going to give any ID, I doubt. So this is a test comment. Okay. Refresh. Did that refresh? Still nothing. So clear, choose the site. Nothing. On Webflow with the green rocket. So it actually needs to be published on an actual domain, on a custom domain. Oh, well, is that true? Jay, do you know if you're still around? Do you know if that's true? That a Webflow site needs to be published on a custom domain in order for you to be able to use Zapier with it? That would be really annoying. Yeah. But this just looks like it's only published onto the test site. I can't imagine that being the case. Like, that makes no sense to me. No, it's got the green check mark. So, or check mark or whatever this is. Not that that's going to help anything. It shouldn't. Is there something wrong with my form? Interesting. This would be cool if I could link it with the actual author or the user that's logged in. That would be cool. Whoops. So let me see here. So we also have these login, log out pages. And this would be a form that I would love to be able to have, to be able to connect with within Zapier, but it's not even showing up. Let me try. Like, I'm totally stumped here. I mean, are these the only events that we can have? Form submission, new order, update order. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one seems to obviously have no issue. Is it just me? Or are there things that are missing here? I mean, Webflow, there should be more events than just this. Form submission, new order, update order. There should be things like updated collection or a new collection is added. I thought there was way more. What are they called? Interactions? Automate all these, update items, all these things. Okay, what the hell is going on? I'm gonna take a look at this. Let's just delete this one. And it's in 6 apps. Yeah, okay, let's try another one. Let's try this again. It's like, I could just do all sites. Yeah, let's just do this for now. Interesting, it just calls it Webflow. Let's call this bookmarked. Let's test the connection. Right, okay, whatever. So now let's go into our Zaps, I guess. I am just going to delete these because they are of no use right now. And let's create a new one. This doesn't make sense to me. Like, I can't see anything else, but bookmarked. Continue. Site name is bookmarked. Now it's got, I don't know why. Don't know why. Continue. Okay. So here's what we get when it's submitted. We just get the site name, submitted at, and the name, and then the comment. So we don't get any other information. So now, how do we get the user ID? Of the person who submitted a form? I have no idea. How do we do that? If we get the user ID, then we're golden. But I don't know how to do that. So actually, let's try Google search because they're usually better. So Webflow, get user ID from member. Airtable. I can't find a way. Sounds like you want to associate a user with a specific CMS item. Yes? If so, that's not natively available with Webflow memberships. That's November 2022. To use lookup tables. Based on ID. Yeah, member stack. God, that's what I wanted to avoid. No. Yeah, member stack is nice because you can have hidden fields. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Oh, I wonder if we made an embed code instead of having just using through the Webflow HTML, and then we could just input some information into the field. Okay. But then how do we get that information? I still don't know. That's the member stack ID. But can we get that information from the Webflow? I use MemberStack a lot, and I can get the MemberStack member ID on any page a logged in member is on. Right, but can we get not the MemberStack ID, but the Webflow member ID? I don't know. So I don't know if it's just Webflow membership ID. Important US clonable has been moved. What is this? Okay. Ooh. In Webflow memberships, here's how to determine if a user is logged in and to retrieve the username, email, custom user fields, and a unique user ID. Well, that would be helpful. Actually, I don't want to. Can I just open a live site? Oh, okay. What is it? Okay. Because I didn't see their name and email. Okay, well, is this just going to show up here? Get the current user's name. What is this thing? Anyways, let me take a look. Let's see. Utilities for Webflow. Okay. Open source. Yeah. Data binding inputs. Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. So let's clone this. And actually, what do we, I did see. Yeah, sure, create it. Let's Let's see what's going on here. Let's all right, let's learn. Let's watch this thing. See what we can hear.
So Webflow memberships has been a very exciting addition to the Webflow environment. But one of the things that developers such as the Signal team have been continually looking for and waiting for with excitement is the possibility of getting user information directly in the site so that it can be used for third-party integrations, for tracking users with an ID, and simply for making the user's experience more enjoyable and more customized. And so far, there is not any capability offered in the current January 2023 version of Webflow's memberships beta. And we're very hopeful that it will become part of the system in the future. And like all developers, I'm waiting very excitedly for something to suddenly appear. But rather than wait, my team decided to put together a series of tools and environments and a clonable that allows you to get certain key information about the currently logged in user yourself. Now, right now, that is primarily limited to the email address, but we also create a unique, reliable ID that you can use for integrations. So this is the current clonable demonstration. You'll be able to clone this site yourself directly from the clonable page. It was just released this morning. And when you do, all you'll have to do is add a couple users and you'll immediately see the effect in action. So if I log in right now, and there's nothing at all customized about this site, it is very simple. You can see that it immediately has pulled information about me as a user, including my email address, a short name, which a couple of variations of short names, which is composed from the email address because we cannot get the user's name yet, and an alternative but consistent and reliable user ID. This is not the Webflow user ID. It cannot be used with the Webflow API, but it can be used to identify this user and to attach data long term, which gives you at least some process where you can begin building and integrating other systems. It also gives you the ability to track things. So if you were to, for example, submit a form into Logic, now you can submit it with a user ID and you know who did what, and that is the name of the game. Another thing that we've brought into play here is the Signal Attributes data binding library. So all of the data you're seeing on the screen here is being data bound with a custom attribute called WFU-bind. And this value here is what tells it, go get the user data, get this particular item. So it's always going to be in the format $user dot, and then the particular variable that you're looking for. And we are working hard to expand this. We are working hard to get the actual Webflow user ID, all of the user data, all of the access groups for the user, custom data, and then even a whole new category we're referring to as meta. Meta refers to data that you are adding from your own application, but that you want stored on a server. Now, because of the way Webflow memberships works, a lot of those capabilities are going to require a companion service, which you will install as an app into Webflow, and it'll be very low cost, very efficient, but its entire point of existence is to turn memberships, right now its primary purpose is to turn memberships into a capability that you can build custom things around efficiently. So, the data binding that we're looking at here, you can see is being used anywhere I want. I simply have these as spans that I've attached a custom attribute to, and it very efficiently pulls that data in, and that includes form inputs, and that includes hidden form inputs, which again means that you can take something like user ID alt and push it into a logic bound form for tracking purposes. So
interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay. I want to just take a look at this if I can see. I think it's in here. So how did they do this? This is what I'm going to need to figure out. Okay, well, let's just first see if there's any kind of custom code in here. Oh, no, there's nothing here. This form is controlled by logic, so what's going on here? I'll tell you right now, my gut is it's not feeling too good about all of this crazy workarounds to be able to build something like a comment system for logged in users. Does he explain
You get lots
how
and
to
lots of
actually use
capabilities
this?
and we have our own rolled in solution for conditional visibility, which is being used in this case. WFU hide logged in and WFU show logged in. Very, very simple. We built it before Webflow rolled out its December releases and use it for our clients. And although the Webflow solution is far superior in terms of its actual underlying design, it currently has problems with components, while ours works absolutely fine with them. So we're still using it, and it is part of this clonable, just so you can see it in action. And for clonable purposes, it's fine. You can see here, I've got text anywhere I want. I've got some dots, but all I've done is mark this in a span. And then you can see here is the custom attribute, WFU bind, and then the particular variable that I want, all of which are already listed. The same thing is here for the email address. I've simply got a custom attribute, again, WFU bind, and this is going to be $user email. All of the instructions for the library are here as part of Signal attributes, and this is in our Gitbook documentation. It's not gorgeous, but it's very easy for us to update, so that is important. And so all of the variables are here, how the data binding works, different user notes, and then you've got the configuration and details that are all built in for an easy copy and paste experience. But to walk through this very quickly, this entire piece of code, you'd simply copy it in, and you can see that it's doing a couple of different things here. One is that it's using the membership library directly for the user data, for the user information here. That's where it pulls the data from. And then it's also using the data binding library because I wanted to make it convenient. You don't have to. You can simply have your scripts do whatever they want with it, but we decided to use data binding to handle that. Here is the actual magic, which gets the user info. It's all very self-contained. It's very performant. It does a great job of managing the data and of throwing it away immediately when the user closes the tab. Everything's stored in sessions because we want to make certain that there's no data hanging around that doesn't need to be there, that doesn't relate to what's currently happening in the browser. So we're really, really pleased with the way it took a lot of work to engineer it, right? We're very happy with it is even in this intermediate state before we're able to roll out the server-side half of this. And this callback here is very important. So because there is a lot going on in processing and preparing and pooling the user data, it needs to be asynchronous. And basically that means that this piece of code will run and will not block your page. It will trigger what is needed to get and parse and decrypt and download and so on user data, and then it will notify your callback function as soon as it's ready. And that all happens very fast. You don't even see it happening. It's just pretty much instantaneous. But from a microprocessor standpoint, it is important that it remain asynchronous for non-blocking. So this callback here gets handed the user object, and the user object has all of these variables easily accessible on it, and it's going to expand to include a lot more later. Here we happen to be taking that data and using it with WFU data binder and simply telling it to bind now that the user object is loaded, and that automatically knows what to look for in terms of binding tags and handles everything immediately. So it is pretty slick and pretty smooth. And if you look at the code for the site, you will see this in the site level code because we want this capability on every page. It is important for this block of code to be in the site level page. We've got a CSS script, and then we have this script here, which you just saw, which we just copied and pasted, and that's it, left it as is. This also has one other reference, which is directly to Webflow memberships, not to a particular class, because this is the no-code version of the library, which handles the conditional visibility. So it's a separate part of the memberships library that only uses attributes. It doesn't have the membership object. It doesn't need that. It just needs to know logged in, logged out state, and it performs certain configurations on top of that. So this is the entire solution for now. It should grow very quickly. It is right now the 21st of January, and we're just rolling out the first series of services on Amazon. And very soon, you should be seeing some additional information, the user ID, the username, custom user data, access groups, and all sorts of other things.
I mean, this is really cool what they've done. But I hate having to rely on so many kind of third-party integrations in order to be able to get something to work within a tool. See, the reason why I love Webflow is that it's so great to be able to just go in, build a website, and away you go. But the second that you need to do anything that is a little bit more sophisticated than what they have built in, it kind of becomes a nightmare. At least for somebody like me, who is definitely much more geared towards like the design of a website. So I'm not a developer by any stretch of the imagination. And having to jump through all these hoops to try to get something to work, I don't know. I'm not feeling too good about that. So now you understand why something like MemberStack, as cool as it is, and like you understand kind of like why it's so pricey. At least I find it's very expensive because there's so much you have to do in order to be able to collect members, create members, have the IDs, and have all that information just being transported back and forth. Oh. So, all right. Let's take a look at the documentation. And a user unique ID. Yeah. And I guess we get that user. Where do we? Where is it? I guess it's in here. What is actually in here? Nothing's in here. Isn't there? So here's the username. Right. And this is the user ID that's going to get generated. Well, you don't have Webflow's ID yet. This ID is unique, reliable hash. You can use it third-party systems. What you're displaying your site. Where does it get that from? Like, what's generating it? Is it just the code itself? And bind user email, username. Let's let me look at this again. Oh, I want to erase that. Just want to copy this. Let's see if we can find it in the documentation here. Nothing. Okay. Oh, there's probably nothing here. All right. What's new? Guess maybe an overview. Data shapes. Is this? Oh. This is giving me a lot of pause because this is getting to be like, I'm sure I could bang my head along against a wall long enough to figure out how this thing works, because it doesn't seem like it's too bad. Looks like they got some good documentation. Yeah, but I'm not sure about long-term implementation. Okay, here. This is not and cannot be used with Webflow's API. this is the same thing. Can you click here? So this sign me up form, however, like it's different. It's not like the login page, right? Excuse me. Like that's different than this page, wouldn't it be? Than this. I don't think this will work on a site that's not actually published. Yeah, so let's publish this, I guess. All right, so and this should display. No, hang on, it didn't display. Thought it was supposed to display on. No, not this page. This is documents. Or is it the sign up? All right, well let's try this. Testing site. All right, so here's the information here. Okay, cool. Okay, so the question that I have is how on this page, no, not the login, I guess it's the sign up. How, it's like how were the fields created? Or not the fields. Oh, what's the actual technical term? How did those attributes get created? Like these things, right? Because I need to know how they were created, so I need to know, so I can figure out how I can implement it onto, onto this site and this form, not this form, but this one. All right. So I got too many pages open here. This is driving me crazy. Okay, so what do we have in here? I don't see anything special in here. And I don't see any code in here. All right, that's going to be there. And that's... is it like through here? I don't know. Again, a lot of this stuff is over my head. And how to make all this stuff work. Jeez. Oh. And is this bound by something? Yeah, so this is filled in, which is cool. That's really cool. Is it from this ID? I don't know. Sorry, I'm going to be quiet here as I'm just trying to read in and soak up as much knowledge as I can, which will help me really identify which way I want to go here moving forward. Yeah, of course not. All right, here are my initial thoughts. Number one, getting this to work, I think, is outside the scope of my area of expertise, and also what I actually want to spend my time doing. I don't want to spend my time doing this. To come up with like an roundabout way of like making this thing work. So that's number one, which is the big one. Number two, unless you want just the basic membership where someone can sign up and pay, and then I don't even know what you can do within Webflow as a member, except I guess you can just show or hide specific content. I think that's pretty much what you can do within Webflow, which is perfect if you have like a blog or a website that you just limit who can access specific pages. Then that will work just fine within Webflow because you're not sharing any of that information. Like, you don't need to know who is logged in. You just need to know that a person is logged in and therefore they can have access to specific pages. So that works. But if you want to track a user throughout your application and have them to be able to do something where it's like, I want them to leave a comment or have a star rating or whatever, then you have to have a way to track that user. And it looks like you can't do that natively within Webflow. And if you want to do it, using a third-party integration, you also have to worry about the fact that all that data is being sent through third party or whatever. That's not secure, basically, because it's all done through JavaScript. So I'm trying to think. The reason for doing this project of Bookmarked is to figure out the feasibility of using Webflow as the main tool to create membership websites for customers. And it's looking like that's not the case. I mean, the thing is let's go to... So Member Stack is cool because it does these things. It allows you to track your members and track your specific users as well too, which is really good. But number one, it is expensive. This is the one thing about pricing. It always, like, I totally understand why, and I don't know if I would do anything different, but it's like the less people you have, like the more expensive it is. So like as my business grows, it's like I wouldn't mind paying. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it should just be the same. Like, they're still, they're expensive. %4 transaction fee. Oh boy. Yeah, and do I want to use MemberStack and like be in bed with MemberStack as a tool? I don't know, because it's expensive. And this fee also does not count the transaction fee that you're going to get charged with Stripe, which is also what, 2.49% plus 39 cents or whatever. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go back to this thing. So can we still make this site? We can still make this website because someone could still leave a review, but what are we going to have? We're not going to have comments. I mean, you could add comments, but we're not going to know who it's from. And anyone's going to be able to comment, not just people that are logged in, right? If we want to have comments, which we might, I don't know. And then we won't be able to have people to submit their own ratings. Right, so then what's the point of joining? What's the benefit? Well, I mean, I guess that's not so much for me to figure out. That's more of the clients, right? But if I can't, I mean, we could have it. So I'm just looking at the page right now. So what can a member do? I mean, they could rate each book. But again, we have a problem is we don't know who's leaving the rating. So I'm just trying to think of what the benefits were, or what benefits we can offer for someone that's logged in and like why they want to become a member. So request reviews. I mean, that's easy where we can just have it so that they can essentially just fill out a form or whatever, or contact us. You can have their own individual page where they can contact and say, hey, you know, I want to request a review. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, because we can't really do too much to someone that is like a member. We can't have any additional functionality for those guys. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is really bad. This is really bad. So I think I need to go talk to who I'm building this website for and let them know that, I mean, instead of having them become a member, I think it might just be like join the newsletter, because there's no real benefit. Like if we can't offer any benefits to becoming a member, then what's the point of having a membership? Unless you want to do something in the future, right? But and I don't even know if it even sends the information of who's actually like a user. Like if someone subscribes and joins, it doesn't even look like you can capture that information. Like you can have it, like I guess you'll have it here with their name and email, but that's it. You can't get that information. You can't even edit it. That's weird. Maybe because they're just invited, they haven't. Could be. Let's resend this. to sign up. Right. Right, so I'm logged in. Is there an account page? What's the actual account? Pages, pages, pages. No, that's already there, so I can update that. I consent to receive marketing emails. And on this page, I mean, can I not bind it? I can't even bind it to their name? Well, that is annoying. So you're on the user account page and you can't even get the user account's name. That's just so weird. So weird. Oh my. Okay. And like, I consent to receive marketing emails. Okay, let's see if I can go in. What I can get from a user that created an account. Hopefully I can do something. It's still only like, there's gotta be more than that, right? Like, how could it only be like these events? Is it because it's instant? This is very strange to me. Maybe they'll... Site doesn't exist. What just happened? Yeah, only the comment form. Can't even get the user form or anything like that. That's not, there's no new order, but yeah, because there are no orders. very strange to me. How can you... I thought there's a way that you can kind of test. Right, so Webflow, let's say with Airtable. So like there's API request update, like there's all these things, refund order, create item, new order, form submission. Goodness. It just seems to me like there's lots of things that are missing. Have I done anything from here? Wow, this is using member stack. This is going to be a form submission, yeah. But then there's the action. Oh, maybe because those are the only things that can trigger something, I guess. I don't know. I guess that means you can't trigger if there's a change in. Okay, maybe that makes sense now. I think I'm getting it. So these are the only things that can actually trigger from within Webflow for something to happen, which is annoying. So that way, if you update a database item within Webflow, that's not going to trigger anything to happen within your Zap, right? If you make a change to your Webflow database or your collection, you can't have it automatically update like an Airtable record, for example. This seems to be what it's telling me here. Yeah, it's just a comment form. Yeah. And then, I mean, we can go back in Webflow. Then we could do a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Create item or update an item. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this day is not turning out how I had hoped it was going to turn out. So this is a big problem. This is a big problem in number one, in actually just building the site and building out what I want to. And also number two, it's a huge problem in what I wanted to have for Pixel. Like the whole idea of Pixel Media was what I wanted to do. So I wanted to transition to helping people build membership websites because I love the whole concept of creating like a community based on something around that you can give value, right? For people. And if I can't build that like easily, then what the hell am I doing, right? And especially because like, I guess I could use MemberStack, but it's so damn expensive. And I know, yeah, it's so expensive. Like, I don't mind paying the monthly fee. The monthly fee is fine. It's the transaction fee that just kills me. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to, like, I need to rethink business, like, completely. With what I want to do. So let's go back to, like, I go back to here, right? Like, I think in my mind, you know, pie in the sky is I would like to have my own application that people could use to build their own membership site without having to need all this third-party integration with stuff. I guess you could still use Zapier if you wanted to do some things that were completely unique, but to basically combine Ghost with member stack, and what else would it be? But it would just be something. It would just be something that a whole lot more. I don't know. It would just be something that's a little bit more dynamic than what you can get from using both of those. Oh man. So should my website right now, I'm thinking, should I go back and brand it more as, like, if this membership is going to be a problem, where it's going to be like someone comes up and says, hey, I want a membership website. And it's like, well, Webflow's not quite there yet. I don't want to use any of these other platforms. It's going to be really expensive. Like in terms of the recurring fee, you know, is that something that I want to focus on right now? Yeah, I don't know. I think what I'm going to do, at least for this, what I'm going to do for this website is, let's finish making this. We're going to finish making this website, and it's going to be super bare bones in the sense that you can become a member, which is almost basically like a glorified signing up for a newsletter. But then this is the thing too, is if a person signs up, where's the users? A user's right here, right? They're verified, what have you. They signed up for right to receive marketing. Great. And I can't even update. You can't even update these. That's fantastic. But how do I send them emails? I mean, can I create a new flow? Let's see. Okay, maybe this will be something. Invite user? No. Yeah, I want to add this block. Could still only do. Oh God. No, it's not quite. It's not quite here. These no code tools. They're powerful, but not quite what I need. And I'm not quite knowledgeable enough in development to actually be able to build upon these things. That's not going to work. What I was thinking was you could do something here where, oh, there's a new user that signs up. Okay, we'll send out an email. Because how are you supposed to, like, what are you supposed to do with this? You know, like, I have this user here, but like, what do I do? Can I even export the users? It's like I can't even export them. I can see all the ones that are subscribed, I guess. But then what? Like, what? What's the connection? Webflow users, Webflow members. Add to newsletter. Like, how do I get them into a newsletter? How to manage subscriptions. Yeah, but that's fine. Shit. When this is that to the user account page, they have to view. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. Manage access groups. Okay, there's a user email section here. That's just in the settings. Even here, we don't get too much options, but it is something. buttons. Webflow memberships. Add members to okay, let's see. So it's not available. But Webflow does offer a webhook. Webflow does offer a webhook. Can I create that, or is that a premium? Let's see. All right. Delete these. Close, close. Do I have access to premium? Okay. Which one do I want? I don't know. All right, where's that tutorial? Let's see what we can get. No, I'm gonna have to just, no, not this. What do I want? I want this. Aha. So this and this. All right. Webflow does offer a webhook. So you tell Webflow blah blah right when that happens. Yeah, but what's my event going to be? Pull a URL. Is it a URL? Oh, I don't even know. It looks like this, I would think, right? Pick off a child key. Oh my God. I don't know what the hell this means. I don't know how to do this at all. Webflow. Do you have to like create them? Like, I don't understand. Get an item. But what does this mean? Like trigger. Like I'm clicking, nothing's happening. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell this is. I mean, maybe it's this thing. Okay. Learn more about using webhooks. Yes, I need lots more. Hmm. And how do I add? Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're too small. Okay. Okay, we gotta close down a whole bunch of stuff here. Don't need all these. Don't need that. Okay. Integrations. Webhooks. Let's add a webhook. Okay. Do we need to publish that? All right, let's test. Ooh. Oh, so I think I need to like actually go and submit a form. Okay, look at what we got. Actually, what we do want, this is the actual form that we want. Or we want to capture this form. So let's try that again. Let's try. Oh, okay, hang on. I need to test this again. Let's try. I don't know how to reset this stupid thing. Webhook. Oh, that's not going to work because it's going to be a different thing. Is that the same? No, that's a different code, right? Pick off a child key. Okay. Okay, so we're going to publish that. And now we're going to try. to see if this form is going to, if we're going to see anything. Right? So let's test. So there should be nothing here. Couldn't find a request. Okay, so now let's try. +2. Okay. Yeah, nothing happened. Yeah, so it doesn't recognize when that form goes through. But how? Well, click the Create Webflow webhook button. Huh, interesting. But what is this Webflow webhook creator? Yeah, I don't understand webhooks. Okay, forget this. Also, another dead end for me. That having to use all these different things. Okay. Shit. Okay, I need to regroup and rethink. This might change. Might change everything. I guess, yeah, I thought in my mind that using Zapier with Webflow wouldn't be too difficult, and that you would be able to capture the information from someone who signs up to you just be able to capture that information to be able to do whatever you want with it and send all that information away to whatever other application that you wanted to connect to. So where you can connect with your newsletters, you can connect with your external databases or tables, you can connect with any kind of application, your email, send out email, like all kinds of different things. But now it looks like you can't. So do I want to rely on some crazy third-party thing to be able to do that tool? I don't think so. Even though those guys look like they're doing some really cool stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna end it here because I need to think. Need to regroup. So tomorrow, what we're gonna do though, is we're going to just finish the website anyways. Well, we're going to continue to work on finishing the website, and it'll be a bare bones membership website, which, again, even then, I don't even know how to capture the email addresses to, I'd like to send it off anywhere, whether that's MailChimp or ConvertKit or something. I don't know. So we'll do that tomorrow. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys showing up and helping out. So that was good help. So thank you. Yep. Oh, sorry, I'm flustered. I just don't know what to do with all of this. Yeah, it sucks. All right. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.